So Doctor Who just keeps making announcement after announcement. I'm here for it. I'm excited at all these announcements. So we're gonna take a look at the latest one today, which is the classic Doctor Who First Doctor story. The Savages is getting an animation. It'll be the next one after the Celestial Toymaker. That one was very controversial, but I'll talk about the Savages a little bit. Then I'll go through the trailer, give my thoughts on the trailer, and then the article coming from the official Doctor Who website, and give my thoughts on that. So I do want to ask you to subscribe, as we've seen like 712 different announcements all the time for Doctor Who, and the best way you can come up with that is to subscribe, and I'll be doing videos as quickly as possible for all the big announcements that Doctor Who makes, and also Marvel and DC. I'll also teach you how to create costumes. I've got a very janky or very closet First Doctor cosplay today. And so it's a long climb to 500 subscribers, but you build it one at a time. If you're ready to join a community of story lovers and fashion lovers and costume lovers, then don't delay. Subscribe today. So I have seen the loose cannon reconstruction of the Savages, and I've also seen, I think, just the first part, maybe the second part too. I've seen a little bit of Ian Levine's like AI reconstruction for it. I wasn't when the first one came out, I was kind of excited for it, but as they went on, because I thought, oh, this is just the starting point, and then the AI reconstructions will improve. That wasn't the case. It kind of stayed where it was at and didn't really get better. So I've kind of lost interest in those Ian Levine AI reconstructions. Nothing against them; they're just not a way that I'd like to experience the story. So with both of those, and the ways that I've experienced the story, it didn't really work for me. And I think part of that is due to the nature of those reconstructions. Like, there's only so much of it that you can capture.
Dude!
So I feel like what could work in this animation is kind of like the paranoia or the tension that exists in the story. Like, the score is very good, I think, but unfortunately, just like the tele snaps and the AI reconstructions just weren't really good at capturing that. And then spoiler warning, it is Steven's last story where he makes his exit, but like a lot of classic Doctor Who companion exits, it's really contrived, and it's like that there was nothing there shown previously that showed that he wanted to stay on this planet, or maybe that's just the nature of the reconstruction wasn't capturing those moments as well. But to me, a lot of it didn't work. So we'll see if this animation can improve some of that, and capture better parts of the story to get me to like it more. So let's take a look at this trailer. Okay, so already I can see that they've dropped what the Celestial Toymaker animation did. So they're going back to more of a 2D animation rather than a 3D. And then I think they're also being a little bit more accurate to the different, like, the sets and the backgrounds, at least from as far as I can tell. Yeah, it's pretty similar to like how the Underwater Menace looked, or the Evil of the Daleks looked. That looks pretty good. I think the different computers and stuff, machines and stuff there. Uh, that could definitely be better. It's not as bad as like the Celestial Toymaker First Doctor model, but it certainly could be better. Steven and Dodo look pretty good though. I think it's mainly the face. The face doesn't look quite right. Everything else looks okay.
Don't forget to click below to subscribe to the official Doctor Who YouTube channel.
Okay, so I assume they'll release when it gets closer. They'll do another trailer. It didn't give everything. It certainly gave some things. So a lot of the action I feel like was pretty solid in that, and the way the Doctor's face looked not so much, but a lot of the other characters were pretty good. Like Steven and Dodo, some of the original characters for the story. So next we'll take a look at this article. Missing Doctor Who story, the Savages returns as animation. Released today as I'm filming this, December 12th. The first Doctor adventure and farewell outing gets and farewell outing for companion Stephen Taylor gets a home release in 2025. The Savages and a home release is basically like physical media, so it's like DVD or Blu-ray. It's not like iTunes or VOD or iPlayer or BritBox or anything like that. They do usually after a couple months or so they do release it digitally after they release it on DVD and Blu-ray. But if you're like me and you prefer to watch things digitally, I just don't have the budget for DVD and Blu-ray. Certainly not for like a steelbook. Then it will just be a couple months wait. The Savages, a 4-part adventure from the Whoniverse. The Whoniverse. Okay, so they're calling it the Whoniverse. This is like an official website, so they are. I guess they're trying to use that term as like a real term. Will be released as an animation on DVD and Blu-ray in spring 2025. This first Doctor story, originally broadcast between May and June 1966, will also be available as a limited edition Blu-ray steelbook. So if you're a collector who likes steelbooks, that's good news. Pre-order The Savages from Amazon, HMV, Rare Waves, and Zavi. That's what we just watched. As the original master recordings are lost due to the BBC's historic policy of wiping content after transmission, BBC Studios has used the original audio of all 4 episodes and worked with a team of animators to bring this long-lost story for fans. To find out why some Doctor Who episodes are missing, click here. In The Savages, the Doctor, William Hartnell, and his traveling companions, Stephen, Peter Purves, and Dodo, Jackie Lane, arrive on an unnamed planet where they encounter 2 distinct people, the Elders and the Savages. They soon discover the Elders are evil, draining the primitive Savages for their life source to remain young and powerful forever. This story marks the final regular appearance of Purves as Stephen. What else was he in after that? Tales of the TARDIS, I guess. This three disc release will include all 4 25-minute animated episodes in both color and black and white. So that's pretty good. So there's just options. So I prefer the color, but if you're someone who prefers black and white, the black and white option is there too. I think that's all good, as well as exclusive bonus features. They don't say what kind of bonus features there are. Paul Hembury, executive producer, commented, "We have a wonderful team of creators who work together to bring these lost Doctor Who stories back to life through animation. The Savages is due for release spring 2025. pre-order from Amazon on Steelbook DVD or Blu-ray, or some of the others Steelbook DVD or Blu-ray. And I guess Zavi doesn't have DVD; it just says Steelbook and Blu-ray. The rest of them have Steelbook DVD and Blu-ray. So I'll leave a link for it in the description if you'd like to pre-order it. If you're in the US or you're international outside of the UK, like I am, then Rare Waves is going to be your best option. So I did click on some of these links earlier, and most of them didn't allow you to ship it to outside of the UK, but Rare Waves was the one that was shipping internationally. So yeah, I feel like if this can capture the original story a little bit better, then I think it'll be really good. Like I said, just the reconstructions that I've seen I haven't really liked, but I have a feeling that's because the nature of the reconstructions just aren't doing the story justice. So I'll have to wait and see, but I am very optimistic that I'm gonna like this story way better now that there's animation. And let me talk a little bit about the differences between the Celestial Toymaker animation and what I did and didn't like about that versus this one. So the Celestial Toymaker animation was I was mixed on it. So I really hated the character designs.
The Doctor and I are going to play a little game together. I love to play games, but there's no one to play against. The beings who call here have no minds, and so they become my toys. But you will become my perpetual opponent.
But I kind of like the liberties. That might be kind of controversial, but I kind of like how different the sets and the background stuff was.
What game is it you want me to play?
And I don't have a problem with them changing that here, but I feel like I didn't mind it in the Celestial Toymaker animation. But those character designs in the Celestial Toymaker were just awful, and so I think this is a big improvement on the character designs. Even though something's a little bit weird with the Doctor's face, but still certainly better than how he looked in the Celestial Toymaker. So I'd love to hear from everyone in the comments. What do you from the trailer prefer, this kind of animation to, say, like Celestial Toymaker or some of the other recent animations? And if you've experienced a story in any way, whether you have seen like a reconstruction or if you were old enough to have watched it when it first aired, do you like or dislike this story? So, well, I'd rather see, say, like the Daleks' Master Plan get animated. I know that probably won't happen anytime soon, if at all, just because it's such a massive story. I'm still excited for this release, and I'm optimistic that I'll like the Savages better after experiencing it in animation. So that's where I'll call it for today. It's nice to be getting closer and closer to full animations of these missing stories, so that we can experience them in a engaging way. I'd love to have your subscription. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, stories are for everyone.